WAIM has had a community garden in Willimantic for 20 years now, and that's a pretty big deal.
I was only going to be an interim director, and here I am 20 years later and still here. We looked for a site for quite some time until we came upon this beautiful little hill right up here in Lauder Park. It's an exceptionally long time for the community garden to have lasted. We've had all sorts of ups and downs, and every year we plant the whole site. We've been very active, very quiet, very active.
The Windham Area Interfaith Ministry Community Garden was founded over 20 years ago by WAIM and the now disbanded Puerto Rican Organization Program, or PROP. Both groups sought to create a communal organic garden for people to exercise their growing heritage or produce vegetables to supplement their diets or income.
The town was very receptive. At the time, the park was not in its present beautiful condition. It needed some work, and so it was a win-win situation. Eventually, we've gotten a fence to surround it, and we've gotten the porta potty every year, and we have water that the town has put in for us. We owe our continued support to the WAIM agency.
The garden has always been a grassroots project. The town provides land, water, and mulch. Willimantic agencies and businesses provide donations, and volunteers from churches, schools, and other groups provide manpower. Over the years, it seems like the entire community at one time or another has pitched in some way. The garden itself is a contiguous fenced-in area separated into two halves. The upper half, 90 feet by 175 feet, is divided into 24 20 by 20 plots for individual gardeners to cultivate. Plots are rented for the season for a nominal fee. The individual plotters control what is grown and where the yield from their plot goes. WAIM oversees and manages this half of the garden.
And I'm the executive director of the Windham Area Interfaith Ministry, and we're the group that oversees the community garden in Lauder Park. It started as an effort to help people be able to provide for themselves. People pay about $20 to rent the plot for the season, and these people come from all over and wind up in Willimantic.
It gives us the ability to meet other people from other countries and other places and listen to how they do things in their countries.
From Mexico, so in Mexico I work in a lot of vegetables. So that's what I try to do over here in this little space. Sometimes I come with my wife, my daughter. I spend over here like 2-3 hours a day sometimes.
So this is our third year in the garden, and we really love it. It's close to home, and this is a nice park for us to come to. I was just highly motivated because I like fresh food and stuff like that. But obviously it's very valuable. We love it. She
taught me how to garden.
Yeah, I taught my daughter how to garden. I think it's a great resource. I don't know if a lot of people know about it.
It's nice to have such a place to grow. You are getting the healthy food, and also you are encouraging yourself to have something your own.
Y en parte es una labor que yo vengo desarrollando como para distraerme en mis ratos de desocupaciones, y de hecho me ha gustado siempre la agricultura. Yo soy mexicano y en México yo siempre trabajé en la agricultura. Entonces por eso que vine aquí y me enteré que había estos terrenitos para aprovecharlos, y los vengo aprovechando cada año.
You know, it's a very international place and it's awesome. I love it. So, you know, you get a good mix of people that really enjoy gardening, so that's great.
The garden means different things to different people. For some, it offers a chance to save money and grow healthy, affordable food. For others, it is a hobby or a passion. It can mean serenity, stress reduction, ownership, education, a spiritual and physical connection to life. It offers a place to socialize or to enjoy peace and quiet. The garden is a place to grow for both plants and people.
When I first came here, my son had been killed in a motorcycle accident, and I needed something. And I'd always been a gardener. So when I first came here, that was it for me. It was my survival.
We all here are in recovery. I've been clean and sober 14 years.
I was with the community garden for like 4 or 5 years, and then last year, CCAR bought a plot here, 20 by 20, and I'm helping them out right now.
It teaches responsibility, nurturing, and just seeing your hard work.
Hard work.
And last year, I mean, we would bring back all kinds of stuff.
Zucchini, tomatoes, and you know.
They get to, you know, and they're like, oh my God, I grew this.
And this is some place that I know I can go that's safe. I really do enjoy it. You're with other people, you're not by yourself and in your own head, so.
And we laugh a lot.
Oh God, we do.
Bill Trevorrow has no formal title and has never been paid for his endless hours of work in the garden. If Nina Schaefer and WAIM are the heart of the garden, Bill is the soul. He is overseer, guardian, laborer, mentor, teacher, and at times student, as he always enjoys learning from other gardeners that share this place he loves.
Nina refers to me as her on-site manager, but I'm not sure what I am or why I'm here even, but it's okay. I used to rototill this whole garden, the whole thing. Well, I spent most of the time here, 6 or 8 hours a day, many days. I think it helped to have somebody here all day long. It made some of the gardeners feel comfortable to come up here because somebody was here, and it kept the vandals out. A lot of people came here and they'd never had a garden before. Many, many years ago when I was able, sometimes I planted it for them and helped them. We had to help people out. There was no water, so we put a water jug in everybody's garden, and my friend and I would fill these jugs during the day. So now at night people could come and garden, and they had water. A lot of those people were working, and they didn't have time. So if they could come up here in the morning or at night and they had a tub of water, it enabled them to grow a garden.
The lower portion of the garden, 70 feet by 100 feet, is the communal half, which was added about 10 years ago. This large vegetable garden is maintained by volunteers. The produce raised here is donated to the Covenant Soup Kitchen and the Access Food Bank. There are also 3 raised beds built for disabled access as well as student education.
I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago, there was a leadership group that saw that we were using, that part of the garden wasn't getting used at all. And they thought it would be great if we could sort of turn that into more of a communal garden. So they worked with us to make that happen, and it's been like that ever since.
The variety of volunteers found today in the communal half of the WAIM garden is impressive. They come from Willimantic, surrounding towns, and WAIM faith communities. Andy Ames, a member of one of WAIM's faith community groups, has been there since the beginning. She has seen the communal half grow from a few loyal volunteers like herself to include numerous student groups, which help maintaining this large garden a little easier. They include Eastern and Yukon students, the Town of Windham Summer Camp, and Grow Windham's Youth Corps program. Multiple other local school groups also make use of the garden throughout the growing season.
I really do think this part's been here about 10 years, and I went to my first delegates meeting as the people who started this part of the garden asked for help. I said, I'll help. Yeah, we have a couple big work days, but this year and last year has been sustained help throughout the season. It makes a big difference.
When I got to WAIM, I heard about the garden. It just seemed like a real natural fit for me because I love to garden. In the end, the most important component of our half of the garden is producing fresh vegetables for the soup kitchen. I mean, that's what we're here for, and hunger and dealing with hunger in the United States is an issue that matters to me. We've had more involvement with the Youth Corps and some of those things. So that's been really helpful to Andy and I to have that component become a part of the garden.
Hi, my name's Elisa Bogdanowicz. I am a master's student at UConn, and for my internship I have a group of middle school kids who we are doing service learning and helping the homeless population. So for our final project we are here building the community garden, hoping that some of the crops will go to the soup kitchen and the food pantry.
About 5 years ago, Grow Windham was created by Sally Milius in an effort to support local food security and education for area youth. Today, Grow Windham brings the town's Parks and Rec summer camp into the garden to teach kids about where their food comes from.
And Grow Windham's role became sort of bringing in the youth component to that garden. So bringing in the kids from the camp at first, and then our high school program, and then more university volunteers, work days. Well, the kids have brought a new face to the garden. The kids do everything in the garden. I mean, they're planting, weeding, and they also have their own youth garden, and from that they grow produce to sell.
So today Grow Windham has our stand at the farmers market where we're selling produce from our local gardens.
We've started having garden parties in the fall, and that's an opportunity for everyone to gather, and that's, you know, university students, community members, our youth participants, their families. I think one of the unique things about the WAIM Community Garden is that it is one of the few truly integrated institutions in this wonderfully diverse town. That's something that we really want to sort of nurture and cultivate and have that be a model of the kind of community development that, you know, that everyone would like to see here in Willimantic.
The success of the garden is in large part owed to the volunteers, the ones who offer their time, energy, and experience for the love of gardening and in the spirit of generosity. Without the longtime commitment of people like Bill, Nina, Andy, Linda, and so many others, it is likely the garden would not exist today in its abundant, thriving state.
It's hard work, but what it means to the community is an effort to provide your own food and your own nourishment in your own backyard.
It gives the younger people a chance to come out here and see where some of their food comes from, and it gives other people a chance to raise some of their own food. So I think it's good for everybody.
As a community, it's something you can come together and actually work on something and see the results.
It's a really nice government, municipal, and grassroots and individual partnership, and I think that's why it keeps going.
We're a heck of a nice bunch of people. Come on up and see us.